Hello, everyone. This is Dave from Daveswreaths and Things. And today I had a slew of Christmas items kind of left over, and I'm going to play around with them today. So, why don't we just jump in, get started, and I'll show you what I created. Here we go, my craft table full of Christmas miscellaneous decor. I have floral picks, I have some of those bottle brush trees, Merry Christmas signs, red baubles, this little snowman, a deer, some ribbon, more floral picks. But the thing that caught my eye was this roll of fur. And it is faux fur, so it's not real fur. Don't worry, anybody. It is faux fur. And I had a whole bunch of it, and I had a whole bunch of those green wreath forms as well. And I am going to create some faux fur wreaths today with all of this good stuff. So let's get started. I can't wait. I'm excited. Here we go. So I'm going to start off making my base wreath out of that fur ribbon. And I have this green foam wreath form, say that 10 times fast, and it's fairly rigid. It's solid. It's about 9.8 inches wide. These are at the Dollar Tree. Here in Canada, we pay about $1.25 for them. And then here is my first roll of the fur roll. This comes from the Dollarama here in Canada. And you can see it's 4 inches by 60 inches. And it was only $3 for the roll, so I thought that was a really good price. And right now, I'm just kind of planning my attack, because I didn't want to cut it up in strips and then wrap it around. Because we all know, if you've worked with faux fur before, sometimes if you cut it wrong, it goes straight. Does that make sense? Instead of it looking natural, it has that straight edge cut to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start off with a little bit of hot glue, and I'm going to work in small sections. I'm going to attach the first part down, so I guess the beginning of it down. I'm going to hold it in place, and then I'm just going to slowly work my way around without cutting up into little pieces that roll of fun fur. So here I go. I'm just starting off, attaching that little bit first, just to kind of get an idea of how it looks, how it's wrapping around. And I mean, it almost goes all the way around. But every now and then you'll see I have to fold it over just a little bit in order to get that curve, because I mean, obviously the ribbon itself is straight and we're working on an angle, so you do have to play around with it just a little bit. You see there, I kind of have to fold it in. But then once you fluff up the fur, you can't really see those folds. So I was like, you know what? This is working. I'm going to keep going. And there it is. It's all nice and fluffy. I have a little piece left over, and I am going to use my scissors to cut it. Now, for this one, it's a little bit of a hack job. I was just kind of playing around and moving quickly because I got excited, and I thought, oh, I'm just going to cut this off. So it's not the straightest cut, but I think that worked in my favor in the end, because once I glued it all down and I fluffed it all together, I wasn't able to find the seam. So I was quite happy with my little rushed hack job, let's say. But there we go. My little wreath has almost been completed. I just have a little more glue to go. And then there you can kind of see I'm fluffing it up, and you can't even tell there's a seam there. So I was really happy with how this turned out. But there we go. There's our base wreath, all done and ready for decorations. Wreath number 1. This one is really easy, really simple. Those bottle brush Christmas trees, they come in so many different colors. There's like gold, silver, green. I'm just going to use the green one. Every year that this season comes around, I always pick up 2 or 3 of these packages because I use them every single year and I love them. All I'm going to do for this is I'm just going to take, well, first I have to put some glue in my glue gun. I'm going to just attach the base in there. And the good thing about these is I know there's a curve to the wreath form, but they bend so easily, so you can bend it on an angle, but then still keep the tree itself straight. And of course, here I am just kind of playing around with it a little bit more. And there you go. There's our first wreath all done. Nice and simple, nice and wintry with the snow on those trees. Wreath number 2. This guy I found at the Dollarama. He is actually a doorknob hanger, so you just hang this on the doorknob, but I thought he was so cute. All I did was I put a whole bunch of hot glue on the back and glued him to one of the wreaths that has the fur on it, and boom, you have another wreath all ready to go. And look how cute the snowman is with the scarf. I just love how this one turned out. Wreath number 3. And here we go, another really simple, really easy one. I took another faux fur wreath, added this sign on it, and boom, you're done. Of course, you can always add more. Who's to say, you don't have to stop here. You can totally add more. But I just love how this worked with the fun fur. So there you go, third one down. On to wreath number 4. This one I'm using these Christmas floral picks. I have some floral wire, I'm going to use some scissors, and I'm just going to take a length of floral wire off my spool, cut that with my scissors, and then I'm just going to get it ready to attach the two. So I'm going to bring in another one of my Fun Fur wreaths, and I'm going to lay down the pick, and then I'm going to shape the stem in a curved manner, in a curved like form, and the other side as well, so they follow the curve of the wreaths. I'm going to put them together, hold them in place, and once I'm happy with that, I'm just going to start with my wire and wrap it around. And I give it a couple of really good wraparounds just to make sure that doesn't go anywhere. What I end up doing is using the floral wire to attach it to the wreath, but you can totally glue it down if you want it a little bit more secured. I usually like to make my wreaths or my bases of my wreaths transitional, so I can take this off and do something else to it if I want. So here I am, I'm just adding that floral wire. In the future, I would totally do maybe white pipe cleaner instead, because you do see a little bit of that black floral wire. You can see it right there. So in the future, or if you're going to do this, I would probably do the white pipe cleaner so you don't see it as much. And I had a couple of florals left over from something else that I had. And I'm just going to glue that down and kind of cover that wire a little bit. And then we have another wreath all done. Look at how cute that looks. I love how the green and the red show up against the white background. Oh, I just love it. It's so wintry, so summery. No, it's so Christmassy. Oh man, wreath number 5. So very quickly, I am going to do a double bow. Now, for this, I'm not going to go into too much detail of making the bow. I'm actually going to, on the top right-hand corner, show you a link how to make this double ribbon bow. Here, I'm just going to go very quickly. I just loop it around a couple of times. When I get in the center, I twist it, and then I fold over the 2 ribbons as well. So the 2 ribbons can be any color choice that you want. This just happens to be a 2-inch wire ribbon that I purchased at the Dollarama, and I think I loop it up maybe about 8 times. So when you open it up, it's nice and full and it's got those double ribbons. So again, I'm not going to go through the tutorial on how I made this ribbon. Check out that link. It'll also be in the description box right down below, and then that'll give you a slower, more in-depth tutorial on how I made this ribbon. But I just love how these two come together. The 2 ribbons, the chevron and the spiral, and of course glitter for the holidays. Here I am, I'm just finishing off my loops. I'm going to put it together with a pipe cleaner, give it some twists, get my tails all ready. I'm actually going to have 4 tails. I'm going to do the dovetails right at the ends, just to kind of finish them off, and I always love doing the dovetails to finish it off. Once that's done, I'm going to lay them all flat, find my center, and I'm going to attach it to the bow. And then once I do that, I can fluff it all up, and now you see the double ribbons coming into play, and look how beautiful this is. I just love this double ribbon bow. It's so beautiful. There you go. It's all fluffed up and ready to go. And guess what? We're going to attach it to one of our faux fur wreath forms. And I'm just going to take that pipe cleaner and attach it right at the top of that wreath. Just wrap it around a little bit. Give it a couple of good twists, and if you want it to secure a little bit better, just throw some hot glue down at the back, and there you go. Our double ribbon, red and white, faux fur wreath. Wow, say that 10 times fast. A lot of tongue twisters today. But there you go. Another wreath done. Check, check, and check. Wreath number 6. So I had some of these red baubles left over, and all I'm going to do is take the tops off of them. These you can find at any dollar store, any corner store, they're everywhere. So I'm just going to take the tops off of these, and this one is really, really simple. I'm just going to grab those baubles, and I'm just going to glue them in a cluster right at the bottom. My whole idea for this was to do like a waterfall effect, so it's almost like this cluster of red baubles is coming over the wreath. But again, you can do any color that you choose. You can do multicolors, you can do different sizes. My baubles just happen to be a couple of different styles as well. There's like a matte one, there is shiny ones, there's some glitter ones as well. And I have no plan of attack. I'm just kind of gluing them down, seeing what works, and just kind of rolling with it, and just adding a little bit of hot glue here and there. Now it's time to add some of those glitter ones, hold them in place for a little bit, let it dry, and then I just keep going. I do end up using all of my baubles, but however many you want, or however less, that's totally up to you as well. Let's just say you can do anything that you want to do. This is your wreath, you're making it, so you do you. But here we go. I'm almost done with my baubles. My one last one, and my cascade of red baubles on my wreath is all done. Look at that. Red and white. So festive and fun with that faux fur. And of course, you don't just have to stick to this. You can totally mix and match. Here I have the sign and I have those baubles. I can totally place that down wherever I want. I can put it on this side, at the top. I can put it at the side. I mean, mixing and matching everything is so much fun. And of course, here's the red baubles again and that beautiful bow. And all I'm going to do with this is attach it right at the top like I did before on that other wreath. And then I'm going to attach it on this wreath. I'll turn it over and it's red and white magic. Look at that. I love it. Sparkly and everything. Here you go. We have our bottle brush wreath. We have our little snowman wreath. Our Merry Christmas sign wreath. Our floral pick wreath with Christmas themes. Our double ribbon bow wreath. And of course, our red cascading bulb wreath. All using that fun fur from the dollar store. How fun is that? I wanted to send a quick shout out to Susie Stuff, Tamala, PK Smith, and my new friend Noel Miller. Thank you so much, you guys. I love all of your comments. Keep them coming. Thumbs up to you all. Thank you so much for the support. And I also want to thank you for watching and joining me today while I had fun with faux fur. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Shout out to all of you. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye for now.